Jeff Dubay Show. You can just tell by the echoey distant sound of my voice. That's all right. Am I on camera? Hello? I really don't know that I'm on.
You're good. You're on.
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. It's the Jeff Dubay Show. Oh, here we go. I'll talk like this. Now I can hear myself. That is so much better. It's the Jeff Dubay Show. We're live at Devil's Advocate, and we are celebrating our 29,000th listen overnight. We'll hit 30 tomorrow and celebrate it on a Wild Wednesday. It's a unique element, the new twist to the show. On Wednesdays, the Alive and Social Network. Let me go back. Let me step back a second. Let's backtrack. We're not a standalone show. We're part of a network. The Alive and Social Network, which is a bit ironic because I am antisocial and I've been at death's door for years. But nonetheless, I'm now a part of the Alive and Social Network. And we're kind of going wall to wall here today at Devil's Advocate because just before this show, Jim Souhan did his show with Michael Russo. And if people haven't picked up on it yet, I mean, Jim Souhan, the probably the top columnist in this market and one of the smartest, wittiest sports minds in this market, is also a talk show host on the Alive and Social Network. He just did a show with Michael Russo. They talked wild. You can get that. Where do they find it? What's his link right now, Sean, to get the Souhan's show? SouhanUnfiltered.com. SouhanUnfiltered.com. Of course, you can just go to Spreaker and search for Alive and Social, and you'll find it. But on Wednesdays, a really cool thing they do, and I was there for the initial for the launch of this. At Shamrocks, they do a live music showcase with The Last Ride. You guys are called The Last Ride, right? But I mean, your Twitter handle is The Last Ride Band, but you're The Last Ride.
That's correct.
All right, this is Tony, and this is Chris. Tony, you're the lead singer, lead vocalist, and Chris is the lead guitarist, correct?
Correct.
And on Wednesday nights, we do this little live music showcase from a place that might have the unhealthiest menu in the world. And I say that as I said to Devil's Advocate. I mean, we're talking about the best food you'll ever eat, but you'll be dead by the time you're. I mean, it's so good. I mean, seriously, do you eat at Shamrocks?
I do. Every Wednesday.
It's unbelievable. I had cheese curds with bacon, and I almost. Oh my God. Jason, I'll get to Mr. Health and Fitness over here in a second, because that's his life, health and fitness, personality and fitness. But I mean, I'm sorry, cheese curds with bacon. It's unbelievable.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they have angioplasties in the back. I mean, it's unbelievable. They took out the condom machine in the bathroom and put in an angioplasty machine. But as great as the food is, it's going to kill you. That's a hell of a shot right there. He's so weird. We'll get to him later. But right now, we're going to do a little live music, a little acoustic set. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Yeah.
And we already checked out the sound. Everything's ready to go. I mean, take it. I mean, let's pretend we're on VH1 Storytellers. Go ahead and give us a little background.
Sounds good. Thank you for having us down here. We really appreciate it. So we're called The Last Ride. We're going to do a song for you. We wrote a song called Get Ready, which was picked up by ESPN for College Game Day.
That's so cool.
And there's also the theme song of the College Baseball World Series on ESPN this year.
Very cool.
That Vanderbilt won. So we'll play that song for you if that's all right.
Hit it.
All right. Get ready! Here I come, yeah. From the beginning of time, blood, sweat, and tears, me or them, only one will win. You better be ready, 'cause I'm not scared. Fight till the end, I'll come prepared. One wrong move and my dreams are done. Keep my head up and give nothing, son. I've been waiting for this day far too long, and I ain't looking back until I've won. Get ready, 'cause here I come. You're gonna wish you never took me on. Get ready, 'cause here I come. And once I start, you'll know where I'm from. Get ready, ready to fight. Come prepared for a hell of a night. Get ready, ready to fight, 'cause it's one down, next round. Ready, here I come, yeah. Here I come.
Yeah, Wiggler.
Small towns across the USA. Father to son, ain't nothing changed. I was born and bred, cable train. You better watch out for the USA. Get ready, 'cause here I come. You're gonna wish you never took me on. Get ready, 'cause 'Cause here I come, and once I start, you'll know where from. Get ready, ready to fight. Come prepared for a hell of a night. Get ready, ready to fight. 'Cause it's one down, next round. Ready, here I come, yeah. Here I come. Come on now. We were born bred, gave a try. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. 'Cause we were born bred, gave a try. We were born bred, cable train. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. 'Cause we were born bred, cable train. You better watch out for the USA. Get ready, 'cause here we come. Once we start, you'll know from. Get ready, ready to fight. Come prepared for a hell of a night. Get ready, ready to fight. Come prepared for a hell of a night. Get ready, ready to fight. 'Cause it's one down, next round. Ready, here we come, yeah. Here we come. We were born bred, cable train. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. We were born bred, cable train. Better watch out for the USA. We were born bred, cable train. Ain't nothing gonna stand in our way. We were born bred, cable train. You better watch out for the USA.
Well done, well done. That was fantastic, but I gotta say something. I gotta say something right now. This is why guys like me hate musicians, because we've been doing this shit for 2 months, and we never had anybody. You play 30 seconds of a song, and there are 3 women in here. I mean, what's the? Doesn't it piss you off a little bit? It's ridiculous. I mean, but anyway. So you guys, give me a little background on you guys.
Yeah.
I know you're at Shamrocks every Wednesday for the showcase, but you got to do more than that.
Yeah. So we're at Shamrocks every Wednesday, and we really appreciate Sean and Scott and the crew taking a chance on us and to promote original music. But we're based out of the Twin Cities, original country rock band. We've had songs picked up on ESPN.
That's unbelievable.
We've had, fortunately, in the
How's
last
that happen? How does that happen,
years,
by the way? How do you get a song picked up by ESPN?
Yeah, it's kind of a fun story. So I grew up in Iowa, and
it's not fun so far.
Sorry to hear that.
So hey, we're half Minnesota, half Iowa. And long story short, we wrote a song for the U.S. Olympic wrestling trials for Dan Gable.
Sure.
And ESPN did a feature article on Dan Gable and what he's meant to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And as the head writer for ESPN was doing that article, he came across our music and liked us.
Wow.
And so I got contacted by ESPN last year out of the blue, and they said, hey, the Game Day crew wants your song for College Game Day. And
That's awesome.
at that time, I had no idea how they'd even heard of us. And then they selected it for
So you thought someone was fucking with you, didn't you?
Yeah, at first I did.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, who is this? Don't talk
Exactly.
about Does that? I don't want to get too personal or get the IRS on your ass, but I mean, that pays some bills. That pays some bills.
Well,
don't give me a dollar figure, but I mean, you doing all right now because of that?
Let's just say I'm still working.
Well, you're you're kind of thin, you're kind of gaunt. So I'm thinking, I don't know if it's putting food on the table, but anyway, let's let you guys got another one for us before we say goodbye.
Yeah, we got another one.
All right.
Then we're also part of last year. We're part of the Tree Time Music Festival,
Okay.
which some of you may have heard.
I have heard it.
Blake Shelton and Rascal Flatts.
You kind of look like Blake Shelton. No, he's a poor man's Blake Shelton, don't you think?
Poor man.
The guy from The Voice, right? The guy from Poor man. You're talking about the guy from The Voice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when I worked at Down in the Valley 2 years ago,
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert came in and went on a shopping spree.
Wow.
Yeah, she's kind of fat. I'm serious in person. She's
She's gorgeous.
Oh, dude, I was
She's
selling
gorgeous.
bongs to the masses. It was bizarre. But anyway.
Anyway.
You can't say bongs. They kick me out. You get kicked out if you say bongs.
We're part of the
Go
Tree
ahead.
Time Music Festival. I'll be on the main stage with Rascal Flatts.
Oh, wow. Big
on
time.
May 21st
That's big
and
time.
24th.
Tell them they suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
exactly.
I'm just kidding.
I'll get right on that.
Nail it. No, I'm just being a smart ass. So anyway, you got another
We'll do one more song for you. We'll do a song.
broke the computer.
Of our first album called Boys Like Us.
Nice.
Tell you a little story about your daddy and me. Couple good old boys running wild and free. We grew up in the field, working all day long. Driving up 35 for a weekend of fish, catching walleye was a family tradition. Drinking local brew, singing Dylan songs. This freedom's in our blood. Boys like us ride slowly down the highway, soaking up every sun ray of a warm red sunset, looking in the eyes of our one true love. Yeah, we work hard to earn our dollars, learning from our fathers to hold on to this country life. If you wanna run with some boys like us, you better loosen up the sun and grab your shotgun and a box of shells. Meet me in the field. So what you see is what you get in a place like this. Be true to yourself. You'll always have the best of friends standing by your side. 'Cause boys like us ride slowly down the highway, soaking up every sun ray of a warm red sunset, looking in the eyes of our one true love. Yeah, we work hard to earn our dollars, learning from our fathers to hold on to this country life. 'Cause we live here in the middle of the USA. No excuses, no explanation. The heartbeat of this nation. Boys like us ride slowly down the highway, soaking up every sun ray of a warm red sunset, looking in the eyes of our one true love. Yeah, we work hard to earn our dollars, learning from our fathers to hold on. Yeah, we gotta hold on to this country life.
Woo! Yeah!
Nicely done, nicely done. Yo,
Very nice.
I know this could get a little awkward, but it's like one of those things. Like if you have some spinach in your tooth or a bug hanging, you want somebody to tell you, right?
Yeah.
Dude, your guitar's upside down. It has been the whole time. I mean, seriously. I mean,
It's a right-handed guitar. We restrung it for a,
you know
a
what?
lefty.
You know what? The greatest overplayed it did it that way. So I'm not gonna argue with you. But you were correct. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Oh, yeah, any other gigs you want to plug besides the Wednesday?
Yeah, I was just going to thank you so much for letting us come down here.
Oh, thanks for
and
bringing
play
some women
songs.
along.
But, yeah, you're welcome. So, Live and Social, it's every Wednesday. So, tomorrow night we have Sean Lumpkin, who is a former Gopher great.
Yes,
two-time All-Big
and
Ten.
a hell of a guy. Good dude.
Yeah, he's our
Vanilla,
guest,
from
sports
Vanilla.
guest, and we have Zach Dyer as our musical guest. So, the whole premise is to promote original music in the Twin Cities. So, if any listeners are out there that are musicians, every Wednesday we'll have a musical guest and we have a sports guest. We're working on a big Christmas party that's going to be a charity as well.
Very cool.
With Brooks Bollinger and some other guys to give back and support live music. So
Very cool.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you coming by.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back to Shamrock soon. Not for you, for the food, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Doesn't he looks like Blake Shelton, doesn't he? I mean,
I don't know who Blake Shelton is.
Okay, but Jason Linse now joins. I gotta reset everything now. You've never seen The Voice ever?
No. Get that mic right up on
Yeah,
it there,
you
Jason.
gotta-
There you go. There you go. No,
This is the Jeff Dubay podcast, and thanks to the Last Ride for coming down and playing a couple of songs live for us here at Devil's Advocate.
that was fun.
It was. And again, a
Great.
couple of women in the house.
Thank
That's
you,
never a
man.
bad thing. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for bringing
Tony.
the ladies. Do that again next time.
So we have, again, like I said, Jeff Dubay Show, Devil's Advocate, Jason McGovern. The guest, Jason Linse, I'm sorry, let me get this right, personality and fitness expert. Correct?
Hey, I don't know. Yes,
Well,
we'll
that's-
go with that. We'll go with
Well,
that.
isn't that the website?
Yeah,
Throw-
yes.
throw it out.
PersonalityFitness.com.
Personality
Go to
fitness.
PersonalityFitness.com and take a personality assessment and get health and fitness tips for free
Perfect.
by using promo code.
Oh, that's still active, huh? Dubay?
Yeah,
Is it
well,
Dubay?
I brought it back again because this is my fourth adventure on the Jeff Dubay
Correct,
Show.
correct.
Promo code, username promo1, password Dubay, lowercase d, yeah baby.
Yep, Dubay. I can't miss it.
You got it.
I got the baby. It's okay.
Well done.
Stroll down memory lane. Well, he's been. I told you yesterday, Jason. Jason Montgomery. I told you that I was hanging out with this Jason over the weekend, and he kept singing the Common Man thing that just happened. I couldn't get out of my head. Lovely day, Uday Crusade. Just all weekend long. I've
been singing it all day today too.
It's just been haunting me.
I added a few lyrics that I can't share, but
yeah. Well, it's been a strange day for the Minnesota sports fan, the Minnesota sports scene, and I mean it's a story with Adrian Peterson that goes beyond sports. And today, the NFL suspended him for the rest of the year without pay. I'm not ready to say that it's excessive. I'm not ready to say that it's wrong. But I do have. My main issue with Goodell is that he's just a hypocrite and a fraud. It doesn't mean he got this wrong, but it just means that he said.
But he did get this wrong.
Yeah, he did get.
Well, his statement to Peterson was, so holier than thou that you haven't shown remorse, and it basically Peterson took shots at the league, and then I think Goodell took it personally and stuck it up his ass.
What shots did he take? I mean,
he said
we don't have to rehash.
He basically said that the league is making up rules as they go. They're doing what they want. They make up rules as they go.
When did he
Which
say
they are.
Yes, but he said that last night, and then the punishment did not come down. And by all accounts, the events of the last 24 hours fed into the ultimate decision.
If he kept his fucking mouth shut, it might be different.
But if he would rap it once in a while, none of this would have happened. But I mean, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts in the life of Adrian Peterson, so to speak. But what pisses me off about Goodell, he gets high and mighty and holier than thou with that we don't see any remorse from Adrian Peterson. He's not sorry enough. And I just think to myself, I mean, how sorry were you when you fucked up the Ray Rice case? I mean, Goodell he's so random.
Everything he said today was based on information he had at the very beginning. So come out and be so sanctimonious today and to say that, oh, you're such an evil person, but we were going to let you play before. No. You are the one that has changed course here. You, the NFL, and you, Goodell.
Well, and Goodell's, his mission from the day he rode in on his horse was that he's going to clean it up. He's going to clean up the NFL. He's going to be ruling with an iron fist. And
good luck with that.
I get that you've got to appeal to the masses. So you try to keep things as clean looking as possible, but in other words, you don't test guys who are smoking marijuana. I mean, which is that's another area where Goodell is a fucking hypocrite because he knows who's doing it, and they don't test those guys. They don't want to suspend. They didn't back in the day. Do you think they wanted to suspend Randy Moss for something as meaningless as marijuana?
Of course not.
No, of course they didn't. I mean, if he would have
marquee player,
if he'd have gotten high and run over a kid, the things get different. But if all he's doing is getting high.
How about Lawrence Taylor as a crackhead?
I mean, but he did.
Well, and Dante Stallworth did run somebody over and play the next year, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of hypocrisy. But when I heard the news today, thank you.
Good touch.
It's a Beatles reference, Jason.
Day in the life. Come on.
He's dead.
What?
No. Actually, Jason does like old stuff. He's a big Dylan fan.
I am not a Beatles fan, I admit.
But when I heard the news today, old boy, I was on the bus and made the bus in seconds flat.
Jesus. Then a comb across your head, you get the whole deal.
By the way, look at this haircut. Who does that remind you of?
Best looking guy in the
Blake
Twin
Shelton?
Cities.
I don't fucking know.
Think European fascist.
Would it be somebody I know?
Think European fascist, 1930s, 1940s, invading Poland, invading the Czech.
Had a very interesting symbol that everybody seems to know.
I don't want to say the guy's name.
I have to change the mustache. That's the only way.
Is that not a Hitler haircut? Oh, I said it.
You're the only person in this building that's thought that.
Take the headphones off for a second.
Well, now I see the resemblance, but you had to think long and hard.
No, he walked in and I said Hitler.
You know who I look like is Cal Clutterbuck. I kind of want to kick my own ass.
You're not giving yourself too much credit because Cal Clutterbuck looks like that obnoxious Irish actor who was getting in trouble. The pretty boy asshole.
Who?
Colin Farrell. Yeah. That's who Cal Clutterbuck looks like. So you're giving yourself way too much credit. Way too much credit.
All right, I was pushing it a little.
But, back on point. I'm on the bus. I get the Adrian Peterson news, and I follow my gut on things. My heart on things. I don't sit here and try to.
It's got some size there.
Well, yes, it does. The gut, and the heart's probably a little swollen from cholesterol as well. But my reaction was emotional. I thought, well, this is sad. I mean, I loved watching this.
You were bent on shape this morning.
I mean, I enjoyed watching this guy play football for 8 years. That doesn't mean he's got carte blanche to do whatever he wants off the field. And I'm not saying that there are repercussions or shouldn't be repercussions for his actions. I'm just saying I'm gonna let other people deal with that, and I'm just gonna fucking be sad today.
You're sad. You don't think he's ever going to play again in the NFL or never with the Vikings?
I think his career as a Viking is over. Unless he wins this appeal. They're getting
But isn't he appealing to Goodell?
Well, it's not even the appeal. He doesn't even have to win the appeal. He has to get an injunction to allow him to play during the appeal.
Sure.
And if that happens, then I think
basically to put everything off. That's what it would do.
And then I think then everybody's hands would be tied and he would be allowed to play. Which, by the way, is one of the scenarios that Jim Suhan laid out on this show last week when he was on. I believe it was a week ago today.
Yep.
He said that the league will suspend him and force the Players Association to sue to get him back on the field, and the league can say, hey, we did what we could.
Yep, you're exactly right. He says then you get to blame the NFLPA.
That's correct. That is correct. So we might still see Adrian Peterson this year, but my first initial take was the way they set this up was for the Vikings to be able to get to the offseason and release him before owing him some bonus or allowing him to be reinstated. And it was set up that if he doesn't appeal or doesn't win an appeal, that the Vikings could get out of this, scot-free.
It's everything the Vikings ownership would have wanted, right?
Yes. So the Vikings are either going to be forced to play him, which isn't the worst thing in the world for them.
No.
Or forced to have him reinstated, or else they can get the offseason and get rid of him and dump the salary. So I think Goodell took care of his boys, the Wills, which he should because they're mafia and they'll fucking kill him. And there's just no question about that.
Subtle.
I promise you the Wills have business partners underneath Giant Stadium. I promise you. But the Wolves are mafia. Come on. That's just,
wow.
They just got nailed for racketeering like $21 million.
They could tell us where Jimmy Hoff is buried. That's what you're saying?
They're from New Jersey, and they're in waste management. They're the fucking Sopranos.
That's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
They're richer than Tony Soprano, too.
I'm with you on
they
that.
just got nailed for a lawsuit for $21 million for racketeering. Come on, everybody. Come on. But anyway.
Hard to deny.
But, okay, it's not racketeering. Racketeering is a crime, and this was a civil suit. But, that's basically what it was. But I digress. Now I'm going to fucking sleep. I sleep with the fishes now. Jesus Christ. That's the second reference to that 2 days in a row. But
the Wilfs are after you. I love it.
They're mafia. Come on. They're in waste management. They're from New Jersey. Enough. But the bottom line is you can't get that rich and be a nice guy. You got to kill some people along the way.
To get that rich? Probably,
yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
You're suggesting they've committed murder?
Who did Bill Gates kill?
No.
Well,
actually. No. There's buffers.
Yeah, you don't want to get whacked here, dude. You better backpedal.
There's buffers. Didn't you ever see?
You got guys between the guys,
yeah,
right?
It was Godfather 2 when the guy was, they're in front of a congressional committee, and the guy said, yeah, buffers. We had a lot of buffers. Between him and Michael. Yeah, we had a lot of buffers. That's what he said. Some people push buttons. Some people pull the trigger.
No, but what you're saying is ultimately it was their decision, though.
I'm not saying they killed anybody. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
But they're mafia. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get the news today, oh boy. I made the Boston Seconds flat. And
you can stop at any time.
I didn't sit there and think about, what is the right punishment, because everyone's got their opinion. And everybody rushes to get their voice on Twitter so they can be. Yeah, well, people. I'm so sick of what happened with social media is everybody has a need to have other people see how right they are. I'm so right about this, and I'm going to make sure the world sees how right I am about this. And everybody puts their opinion out there, and it comes down to just judgments. And I finally just said my rant is over, but save your judgments because nobody cares, and they don't mean a damn thing. Like what Joe Blow on Twitter thinks about that's exactly right. I can just blow the fuck out of everyone. I don't care. I don't care about anything. I blow them all.
You don't have to listen to him. It's a great part.
Exactly. It's exactly. You're better at this than I am. But everyone is in such a rush to be like, thank God they nailed him, or no, this is too excessive. Whatever side you fall on. I'm just sitting there thinking, fuck, I'm never going to see him play for the Vikings again. It really bummed me out.
Yeah, but I think you will see him play for the Vikings.
I think you might be right, but that was just how I reacted.
No, I understand, but it's. I think.
Under what scenario though do you see him playing again? Just the one we already talked about,
he's going to appeal, and if they get this little injunction, he can play while he's.
But I'm saying, Jason, do you think we might actually keep him next year or something?
I think so.
At a lower
salary. I think they'll renegotiate,
and
I think we'll have him as a.
I actually think that's a pretty good possibility.
And I don't give a shit either way. If we do, he's a running back. We'll move on.
Well, McKinnon's fine too. Yeah, right. We're okay.
We're okay, but. I think he should be playing. I think he should have played all year. I think it's but we don't need to rehash that.
Well, but okay. So here's the part that I don't think you've touched on yet, though, is that the NFL apparently did tell AP that time will be served if you go through your legal process.
That was bullshit. Yes, that's the
and
point.
then you come back, and then we will put you back in.
And
if they actually told him that, that's fucking bullshit. You don't get to just change your mind.
You're
on that.
dead right about that.
So he has every right to be cranky about this and be perceived as
well, he's got a good lawyer too. So.
Potentially a victim that we, but, obviously, well, maybe that's a strong term, victim. But
and that's what we were talking about that off air. He's not a victim in that he beat a kid. I mean, nobody feels badly for him, but the NFL possibly did lie to him, and it is going to cost him millions of dollars. And there's a lot behind this. No, he's not a victim.
Who beat his kid. Nobody's condoning that. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
Right.
Nobody likes that.
We got an update, by the way. This just happened less than a minute ago.
Ooh. Breaking news on the Dubay podcast.
Yeah, the NFL announced Tuesday Adrian Peterson's season is over. The leagues, we know about that, but then the arbitrator ruled that they do not have to activate him. He's staying on the inactive list. He will not play.
So no matter what, he's done this year.
He's done this year.
No matter what.
Yep, he is done. Jesus. So
it's fucking bullshit, man.
It is. But and again, I'm glad you brought up the point, Jason McGovern, because I'd forgotten. I just read it this morning, but. I mean, they told him that the time spent on that inactive list would count as time served.
And think about what he did in the criminal justice system, part 2. Instead of going to court and going through and pleading not guilty and trying to plead his case and maybe getting away with it, especially in Texas, he said, no, I'll do the no contest, get done in a couple of weeks, go back to my team.
Yeah.
Because he was told he could do that.
Yes.
So that the NFL, not only did they kind of just screw him just financially and contractually, but legally he made a different move than he probably would have. Fuck the NFL. You can't do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. I mean, but that's the autonomy that Roger Goodell has always attempted to operate with, and he's just such a goddamn hypocrite. It just makes me sick because he is so quick to point out any misgivings or misdoings by anybody other than himself.
No, he can't make a mistake. Didn't you know he's infallible?
And he's just so transparent.
I don't know the guy. He sounds like a douchebag. He seems like a douchebag. How much of this?
My neck is sweaty.
What would happen if Ray Rice incident never happened? We wouldn't be in this situation.
Not even close. Yeah.
AP would have started the 1 week when we brought him back, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been
it. It was a perfect storm. It was a perfect shit storm, is what it was.
He's a victim of bad timing. But
but again, he did make a mistake.
He made a complete mistake, which yeah, whatever.
So you should not keep your new phone that close to my soda. I'm just warning you. Here.
Don't put anything near the soda.
Hey guys.
See you, boss.
Yeah, I just don't want anything to happen to your phone because I spill shit all the time. But back on point.
Mineral oil.
I mean, this was the worst possible case scenario, perfect storm for Peterson, because he did it right on the heels of Ray Rice, and not only right on the heels, but right on the heels of Goodell fucking up Ray Rice, fucking up the whole situation.
Actually, that's it. If Goodell does that situation, handles it correctly, and says you're fucking gone for the season, you jerk, and you terrible human being, then the Peterson thing comes along and go, you're a bad person too, but not the bad. Then you handle it the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But he screwed up Ray Rice, so then he's and I'm sorry, but Adrian Peterson's not the last one to get fucked by Goodell now, because Goodell is going to take this to the extreme for the next 3 or 4 or 5, because this sets a precedent. If this gets you a season, what does the next drunk driving hit somebody or beat their wife thing do? What does that do?
Well, that's the thing. It won't be drunk driving because this fell under the new stricter domestic violence kind of issues. So
so the next guy that in the club barely backhands his girlfriend, not even necessarily trying to. There's a scuffle. Was he out for the season? I mean, if he's charged, Goodell is handcuffing himself.
Well, would you say he's charged? Not even found guilty, not even tried, not even the facts aren't even out.
Right, because Adrian was not found guilty and he was suspended, or he was put on the list, whatever. Mm-hmm. So what do you do to the guy that does something that we consider worse?
Yeah, I know.
Am I the only one that has a bad? I know I'm not the only one that has a bad taste in their mouth, but I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm sick of the NFL. I mean, I'm becoming less and less of a fan because of this shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But you still watch the games, right?
Well, I don't know.
Do you when you're watching Sunday Night Football? I think that's the best broadcast.
I only watch the Vikings. I'm a fan.
Do you really? Okay, because I love watching Sunday Night Football. Yeah. I would actually rather watch that. And I love watching the game. When I'm watching the game, I'm not thinking about Goodell.
I'm with you. If I'm in front of the TV watching the game, yes.
Hey Jim, can you come in for a second? This is the cool thing about podcasting. We're just shit on the fly. There's a rare opportunity. Mr. Suhan. Because Suhan is still here.
This will be good for you.
And the arbitrator just ruled that the Vikings cannot, that Peterson should stay on the exempt list. They just got the ruling within minutes.
Say that one more time.
Okay, the arbitrator that was going to rule whether or not he could play while the appeal process went out ruled for the NFL. So his season is over it's over. I mean, this was the final ruling that happened a few minutes ago.
Wow.
Your impressions?
Well, I thought this was going to be the outcome originally. I thought when all this went down and the sponsors revolted and Goodell was embarrassed, I thought that he would not play again for the Vikings. Now, I didn't foresee every turn in the road, but this doesn't surprise me in the big picture. I'm not, listen, I belong to a union. So I get fighting for union rights. I get that Peterson and his more importantly, his legal team probably feel like they've been wronged in due process within the league and with the union. I get all that. And if I were an NFL player, if I were a member of that union, or if I were a friend of Peterson's, I'd be fighting like hell for him. But I'm a big picture guy. And to me, in the big picture, I don't mind the fact that Adrian Peterson's going to have to miss this season and recollect his thoughts on this matter and maybe realize that if he had shown a little contrition, things might have gone better for him.
Well, that's the other thing about it is, should that matter so much? I mean, like Goodell came out and flat out said that you've just shown no remorse. I mean, should the lack of remorse affect the suspension?
Yes, because this is not a smoke-filled room conversation. This is not behind the scenes. This is not in a little company that nobody else knows anything about. Everything with the NFL, the most popular sport in the history of North America, is about perception and PR.
It's a brief history. In all fairness, it's a brief history.
It's true. It's only 250 years or so. It's true.
It could be
it's only as old as Sid. This is about PR. It is about perception. It is about the NFL. The NFL is facing only two threats to its popularity. Mm-hmm. One is concussions.
Right.
And it's already done a really good job of tamping that down by reaching settlements and setting a precedent that it's not going to have to pay $8 billion if they get sued again. And the other great threat to it is this is a league that wants everybody in the country watching every game, whether it's because of fantasy football or suicide pools or whatever else. Mm-hmm. They want total domination of this continent and hopefully Europe in the future.
They want a 13th month, NFL you wear.
And they're going to get one.
They will get it.
Seriously. And the only threat to that overriding popularity is that some part of the demographic is going to get sick of them and not watch. And that the part of the demographic they're dealing with now is women. If they send the message, they don't give a damn if you beat the crap out of a little boy, they're going to lose some women. That's what this is about.
You know what? They just brought him in with fantasy football, in all honesty.
They did.
Oh, yeah.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of 20-something women out there right now that are all into football because of fantasy.
My fiance plays fantasy football.
My girlfriend.
She loves this stuff. And my fiance will watch any NFL game anytime. My fiance watched the Steelers-Titans last night for no reason other than it's the NFL and it's on TV.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And that is the demographic the NFL is trying to protect.
Yeah. Well, by the way, since you're here right now, I'm going to let you get back to your meal and Michael Russo over here. But I want you to plug. I mean, I'm not sure how much people know what we're doing here with the Alive and Social Network, but you're a part of it now.
I am, and I'm really fired up about it.
An integral part of it.
I don't know about that, but I feel privileged to be a part of it because this is really cool.
That's groundbreaking. Seriously.
I don't even know what's groundbreaking. It's just fun.
Okay, well, I think it's groundbreaking.
Okay, it's groundbreaking and fun.
Screw you.
Well, first of all, I like your show a lot.
Well, thank you.
And you and I are going to do some cross promotion. Sometimes you're going to be on my show, sometimes you're going to be on your show.
Once a week at least.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And, I hope it takes off, and I hope we all make money.
Don't step on my touchdown
and all the great stuff. You got no shot, buddy. But the other cool thing is we're going to do a mixture of sports and Jason McGovern's pubcast and your sports takes, but we're also going to do a lot of music stuff.
Yep.
We all love music. We're all music guys.
Correct.
And I want us to be popular enough that we can promote a great local band, that we can do a podcast at a venue, Shamrocks, O'Gara's, wherever.
Correct.
And have the bands come on and be part of the scene, promote them. And my band's going to be ready to play out by January. We're just a cover band. We just had to do it for fun. But maybe we
Media Jackals. Oh no, you got a new name, don't you?
Barkwords.
You did go with the Barkwords?
We're going Barkwords. I don't know. We're going to change our mind tomorrow. Right now, it's Barkwords.
Dude, you're like Andy from Parks and Rec. You don't watch Parks and Rec? Nobody watches Parks and Rec. Jesus Christ! Can I make a reference?
Is that what you do? Is watch TV?
No, I've watched Parks and Rec, but I haven't watched it. I haven't watched every episode, so I might miss the episode.
Every time he hears a nonsensical phrase, he goes, "Band name, called it."
Okay, you're right. I have
actually,
seen
Mischke used to do that too. Actually, anytime you'd have a good,
everything leads back to Michigan.
Well, there's that.
I used to work at a golf course grounds crew, and we ran over a frog once, and somebody said, "Lawnmower frog, band name." We got Lawnmower frog. It's a good one. But anyway.
That is a good one. I might steal that actually.
Go ahead.
But anyway, I mean, so my band might play. We're definitely going to promote the local bands. Let's turn it into a big, fun thing where we have our conversations and we go watch some live music and have a good time.
I agree. Have a libation or two and maybe a burger, whatever.
And you can have rooms like me on.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely. Everybody's welcome on this network.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I mean, we're just sitting here. You're having a beer with the guys in the band that just played. I mean,
and hey, I had Michael Russo, the greatest hockey writer in America, on the show.
Out there enjoying Devil's Advocate
and
French
now he's out
fries.
there having Devil's Advocate.
I'm glad you got him to get his coat off.
And he's talking to the last ride. He's
How
talking
good
to
are
those
the fries?
boys.
How good are the French fries here?
They're good.
Seriously,
They're good. They're very good.
Yeah, it's not the healthiest place.
And
in the world.
Russo, who used to
Puccini?
hang out with Russo's been on tour with Counting Crows.
Really?
Russo's one of those guys
That's
who's friends
really-
with everybody.
That's pretty cool.
And
So he can
now he's
talk
out-
to music, too.
So now he's out there talking music with
Oh,
this
good.
band.
Well, I've been mistaken for Adam Duritz by Facebook. Facebook suggested Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox to me as friends at one time.
I think you should be a big fan of Facebook at this point.
Well, they think I'm Adam Duritz. Dubay Duritz. They just made
same thing.
They just got the wires. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, boys.
Appreciate
Enjoyed it.
Thanks
So
for stopping in.
Jim Suhan, SuhanUnfiltered.com. In a very short period of time, it will be. In a very short period of somebody's drinking it. In a very short period of time, he'll also be available on iTunes and iHeart. But for now, get him at SuhanUnfiltered.com.
He brought up something I had not thought about.
What's that?
First of all, the women, the NFL and the women.
Oh yeah,
That's
I hadn't
brilliant. That makes sense. I still disagree with it completely, and I think Goodell's a fucking idiot.
No, but that's why they're doing it.
That makes sense now. Now I'm getting more of it. It's all about the bottom dollar. It's all about fucking money. I get that.
The percentage of women that watch the NFL
knowing
is pretty
that,
high.
I had no idea. Women are watching an NFL more and more. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Really?
No, my
Straight
younger
women,
sister, who I live with my sister and my nephew, and she's got football on Sunday night. She doesn't even really care, but it's on. It's on.
Turn on or turn off.
NFL. That's
turn
what
on or
it
turn
is.
off for a chick, like that you're dating.
Yeah, did you mean does it bother me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no! If they have the
is it a
football
deal
game on,
breaker?
that's a turn off.
Is it a deal breaker? Really?
Oh,
See,
that's a
I'd rather
turn
they don't
off.
watch football.
Oh.
But I'm weird. But
yes, you are.
I think I'm in the minority on that. I think most guys would prefer.
But then again, it's kind of like golf, where you don't want your chick to like golf because you want to go to do it to get away from them.
My buddies. I don't want her in the car.
Well, that's a good analogy. I think we're watching.
I want her nowhere near
playing golf.
the
Right.
fucking
I
golf
get that.
place.
No, I totally get that. Yep. No, I'm with you.
Yeah. So you want to go with the boys.
Football with Dubay, so I can watch him
right.
fucking rant and rave and piss and moan about the Bears.
Yeah, and then he takes these
Beating
awkward,
the
the awkward candid shots. I mean, post them on Twitter. But anyway,
Nothing wrong
Exactly.
with the girl though. You know, Vikings play at noon. You wake up at 11 on a Sunday, and she just throws on the Vikings jersey, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you watch the game. There's nothing wrong with that either.
Who's waking up
dude,
at
you live with
11?
your sister. You're grossing me out.
Who's waking
I'm
up
not
at
saying
11?
her. Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
Yeah, listen, no, there's pros and cons. I'm saying there's more cons, but anyway, that was a good take.
Yeah.
The Suhan there.
I mean, Jim's a bright guy. He's been around.
I love his columns.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you. And I just he just started this week. He's done.
Can we talk him out of this fiance thing? Does he know what path he's going down there? But anyway.
Oh, he's well aware. He's done it before.
All right.
Um,
he has. All right. Well,
yeah,
you think you'd learn? Jesus.
It's just smooth. You know, he's just a cultured guy. He's intelligent. He's got the place downtown. He lives right downtown. He walks.
Oh, he does.
He walks to Devil's Advocate. I mean, how cool is that?
Everything you just said is a reason to stay a bachelor.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
all. That's
he's
all.
got it
He's
made.
going to be the
Well,
Jesus of suburbia in 6 months, probably, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have a house in Woodbury
Yeah,
and,
oh,
and
God,
a
don't
dog and the whole fucking.
Well,
bit.
there's not like dogs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dogs.
Well, no, but then you have the attachment with the girlfriend, with the
there's-
dog,
yep,
with the
and he's
fiance,
got-
the
yeah,
wife.
when that shit breaks up,
just
guess
makes
who
it
gets
all
the
much
dog?
Oh,
worse.
trust me. Trust me. I've been
You
through
lost
that.
some dogs.
I lost 3 dogs.
Oh.
And my favorite was a little Chihuahua. My buddy, his name is Pal. Ironically,
I don't even want to talk about it.
I had another dog named Buddy.
On-air production meeting, we're really way past
We haven't
due for
taken
a
a spot.
break. We have not done one yet.
Yeah,
so
let's,
we probably
good
should give
job,
some
would
love
you?
to Uptown Pawn.
Yeah, let's take a quick 60. Okay, last year, 2013, I lived just down the road, Pleasant Avenue, just a few blocks here from Uptown Pond, which is right on the corner of Lake and Pleasant. And, there are a couple of times, you just try to get to that next payday, maybe a couple of bucks short. If you've got some items, jewelry, diamonds, electronics, I mean, you come down here and they give you a fair price for it, and then you come back a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever, you get it back at a real reasonable price.
So we're very competitive, we hope, on different angles, in different ends, and different articles. Computers, electronics, TVs, jewelry. We buy, we give loans, and we also have emphasis on diamond jewelry too, that we also try and give credit for the best we can. We're specialists in that area also, so it's an all-round sort of combination.
Well, it's a great place. It's a nice, clean place with honest people, and I tell you what, it's got a real family feel to it. As a matter of fact, it's tied into the Strauss family, and I go way back with the late, great Jerry. So, I mean, these are people I know and people I trust. You can find them on Twitter, too, by the way. They're at Uptown Pawn, and also on Facebook, Uptown Pawn, and uptownpawn.net. Careful now, we're back. Now, well, it's a podcast. You don't have to be careful. See whatever
the fuck you want.
I missed yesterday's show. I was busy leading.
I just got a tweet. I just got a tweet from Brian Steinhorst. Yesterday's podcast with Babu was the funniest thing I've heard. Couldn't stop laughing. Then you hashtag small dick. When in reality, I said I have a tiny.
Now
dick.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I said I have a tiny.
Or
dick.
listen to it.
She said Nadine made some reference to me doing something nude, and I said I can't. I got a tiny dick. But the whole show was full of that kind of slapstick stuff.
The whole show.
I mean,
was full
it
of
was
that.
belly laughs. I told you, belly laughs.
It was an hour of insanity, and it was one of the best podcasts of all time.
I was like, I don't know. I was sweating.
Well below
bullets.
average, I would say, but tiny, I don't know. But I'm kidding.
Do you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, I know you're a fitness guy, but I didn't know you're that specific with your
I mean, I've got a high squeaky voice.
Evaluation.
I mean, the
he has slept
on
my couch before, but I don't know how big it's. I don't care.
Yeah, why'd you even go? That's now you got. At least I mentioned already previously that I have a girlfriend.
Do we need another quick 60?
Yeah, seriously. You get him to sit at that mic over there. No, I'm just kidding. Well, what do you mean? Yeah, of course I do. But she's picked me up. You might get to meet her tonight.
I'm thrilled.
Well, you want her to take. Well, you want her to take the personality analysis.
If I spend more than 10 minutes with her, she might not be your girlfriend anymore. So I don't know if that's a good idea, dude.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm kidding.
No. Anyway, you said you wanted her to come take this personality analysis. You might as well tell people
she can take it online, as anybody can, with username
at
promo1.
Where again?
Personalityandfitness.com. Username promo1. Password Dubay lowercase d. Yeah, baby. And if she's a yeah, baby, I'd like to meet her.
And that's just lowercase d. Don't add the yeah, baby.
No,
it's just Dubay.
The reference.
Well, D-U-B-A-Y. It's not just a lowercase d.
I think our audience is smart enough.
Well, yeah. Well, it is an educated. It is an educated.
We always overestimate.
I understand.
It's an educated demographic. So today, I don't even know what to. Yesterday I came onto the show, a little annoyed with somebody who called. Who said, I thought was really inappropriate on Facebook. I mean, I don't know if I told you.
Yeah, do you know about this, Jason?
Okay, well, this is Monday. Monday night, some guy, and I'm not going to use his name because I don't want to rip him publicly like he did to me, but he said he was really disappointed to find out that I have not been honest about my sobriety. And at first I was like outraged for about 5 seconds. I thought, well, you know what? On the show, I've admitted, I don't want to say admitted because it sounds like I'm doing something wrong, but I've spoken openly about the fact that I'll have a very occasional beer. I mean, I bet I've had about 5-6 beers this year. I mean, you've been out with me. You've seen me have one beer, and that's it.
I bought you beer.
Yeah. I mean, but how many did I have? One. And I went to bed, right?
And every time have you had one at a time?
I can't remember the last time I had multiple beers.
Okay.
I've been in several bars with them over the last few months. The most I've ever seen you drink is one beer, and I usually had to finish it. But
yeah. So I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. But I mean, I'll do it to be social. And sometimes it just sounds good.
I mean, you went back to my place and slugged some vodka.
That's very funny. It's very funny.
Don't start the rumors.
But anyway, the guy said.
I did vodka drink.
The guy said.
That we're not worried about.
No,
we know that rumor's true.
This guy was some vice. There's no doubt about it. But the guy said that he was sorry. He was disappointed to see that I was being honest about my sobriety. Number one, I talk about having an occasional beer, so that's not being dishonest. And number two, he went on to say to me that he was concerned that I was drinking again. And you didn't know me back in the day, but I never was a drinker. I was never.
This happened yesterday?
Yeah, this Monday night, and I talked to. No, Sunday.
What did he base it on?
Sunday night.
Yes. I don't know.
I took a picture of us at the bar here on Sunday. We watched the Vikings
game, but I mean, I wasn't. I mean, again,
there was no beer in your hand, but I took a picture of you at a bar. You think he was basing it on that?
But I had one beer, but I don't know. But
here you had none.
But I mean, he claimed to know me from AA, but I mean, I haven't gone to AA for years. But here's
Are you supposed to claim you know someone from there
that
either?
was the catch-22. That's what really. I thought, boy, this guy's really a clown because if he's in an AA group, and he goes onto somebody's Facebook timeline, not a private message, but onto somebody's Facebook timeline, and says that they're drinking or whatever. But you just violated the number one principle of AA.
So he brought up drinking. It wasn't crack or.
Well, he just said sobriety. But nonetheless, that's AA means anonymous. So if you're in a group with somebody and they're screwed up, you don't make it public. Which again. I haven't screwed up, and I'm also not.
I'm confused. He accused you of using.
No, he said that he's.
Well, alcohol.
He was dishonest. He said I was dishonest about my sobriety.
That's all he said.
Okay, yeah, that's the direct quote. Yeah.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because I.
But he didn't single out drinking specifically.
Well, no. Then in private messages he did. He said me and some people are disappointed that you started drinking again. And I'm like, well, wait a second. I don't know any the people he listed. I didn't know.
If you're a drinker, you're the lamest drinker I've ever fucking met.
I've never been a drinker.
I know.
I'm not kidding about this. I don't want to go down this road, but I think it's a case of mistaken identity because I'm not the only person with this name, and that's as far as that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
Sure.
But and some of these things applied more to that person than to me. But nonetheless, so today's Twitter flap. There's just so many people out there that want to fight. They want to disagree. They want to argue.
They're called trolls.
And they will do it over anything. Like today, today, I mean, I'm not a hippy dippy, love everybody, free love kind of a guy. But today I was kind of preachy.
You're always very huggy. I mean, you're always hugging me every time I see you.
I've never hugged you in my life.
I can't get away.
I've never hugged you in my life. Because it kind of came off the Peterson thing. Where everybody was going to rush to get their opinion out there, to be heard, to be right. And I just was kind of thinking, well, to me, this is a sad day. This isn't a day of celebrating or whatever. It's just kind of a sad day. And, just having a little compassion for people, the kid, him, anybody affected by this. But to me, and again, this is going to sound really free love, hippy dippy, but compassion to me means unconditional love. It means no matter what somebody has done, I can feel sorry for the position they wound up in without at all advocating the actions that got him there. I could see some reformed guy on death row about to get the switch flipped on me. Can you imagine sitting in a fucking cell knowing that your government is about to put you to death? I'm not a capital punishment guy. I do not believe in the death penalty. But this guy could be sitting there 24 hours away from his own government putting him to death, and scared to death, just wondering what the fuck. He might have killed 10 people. And if I could sit there and feel sorry for the fuck, the guy could be scared to death. Shit's over for him. I can feel sorry for him and not be advocating the fact that he's a murderer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to
even if you knew he killed 10 people.
I could still
even if you knew for a fact he killed 10 people.
You can't have compassion for somebody who's about to go through. What he's about to go through. It doesn't.
If you knew he killed 10 people.
Compassion is different than sympathy.
I'm anti-death penalty simply because we might kill innocent people.
Correct, and it's also barbaric. For a government to put people to death.
Well, the barbaric part doesn't bother me.
But
we don't unequivocally know that they're fucking guilty.
It bothers me.
That's why we can't have the death penalty.
Well,
But if I knew for sure somebody killed 10 people, fuck, I don't give a shit. Why would I care?
I think eye for an eye. I think eye for an eye is just. I think it's barbaric.
Well, I'm not going eye for eye. Well, whatever. But anyway, continue.
So anyway, I was trying to. And it's also difficult to have deep conversations in 140 characters or less. It is difficult.
Twitter has fucked up communication in a lot of ways because of that.
You know what I've decided is I don't count characters. I go ahead and write out whatever I want to write out, and then I go back.
Try to shorten
then I go out and
it.
edit it.
Yeah.
I can edit it out. Otherwise, it changes how you think or how you would try to communicate. But the bottom line is, I was trying to make a point here that in today's Twitter age, everybody is so goddamn anxious for other people to know how right they are. Because people always rock in their own minds. They're walking around with these great opinions that nobody else knows. And it's like, boy, I wish somebody knew what I was thinking about this. Well, now we all do. And people rush to Twitter. People rush to Twitter so you can see how right that guy was. And now everybody's in such a hurry to be right, and everybody's in such a hurry to be heard, that they fucking trample people. There's no more compassion. There's no more feeling. There's no more. I mean, it's just all about.
Well, it's passive aggressive as hell too.
Yes. It is. So
but what you're saying though is they make the issue about them.
Yes,
it's not about.
absolutely.
Nobody gives a shit about Adrian Peterson. No. It's about look how great I am. I hate Adrian Peterson.
That's exactly right. Nailed it right on the head. And what
I formed an opinion and I'm smart.
Yeah.
So therefore, you should all agree with me.
And so what I'm trying to do today is I'm just trying to say, look, you just stop and realize that this form of vanity, that these people are so vain that they've got to be out there and be patted on the back for their opinions, that it is coming at the expense of people. And there's the lack of compassion for people in bad situations has become so just bulldozed by this vanity that maybe people just should stop and just remember we're dealing with people here. They have a little compassion for what's going on. And as far as I'm concerned, again, not to get all hippy-dippy, lovey, touchy-feely, free love on you, although I was conceived in the summer of love, 1967. It's just an odd fact. But the bottom line to me here
Definitely
is
odd.
that compassion is something that there's no downside to. I mean, it's not. Compassion's pretty good, but it's like a blowjob. I mean, there's nothing bad about a blowjob.
Yeah. Right. No, I love that analogy.
But I mean,
but you can get a bad blowjob.
Yeah,
that's a possible thing.
Well, but not to completion. But anyway,
that's right. That's never bad.
Well,
yes.
I've never gotten anybody's braces or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's my final point on this. I don't know how people can argue against something that is. I mean, to me, there's an argument to be made against compassion.
Right.
Yet, going out online, talking about compassion and trying to get people to understand compassion and be compassionate, I had people want to take me on. But how can you, if you want to fight against that take, then you are so dysfunctional.
What take are you talking about? I'm sorry.
About just showing compassion for somebody.
Oh, people were challenging you on that.
Yes, it's like.
But the impetus.
How can you argue against compassion?
The impetus for this rant, if you will, was some guy not being. He was calling you out. Was he being compassionate or not?
No, he called me an asshole. He said I was an asshole.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well,
I'm kind of preaching compassion.
Oh, fuck him.
Well, and it's not compassionate if you put it on a timeline on Facebook. That's not compassion to begin with. It's obviously
Oh,
showing.
you put it on your Facebook timeline?
That was the whole thing.
Well, no, these are two completely different separate.
Or wait, which one are we? Oh, I'm sorry. We're back to the other one.
I moved on to today.
I'm
How
sorry.
about a beer?
And I'm not even talking about anybody specific. I was just shocked that you could go out on Twitter with just things that nobody in the world could argue against. I mean, just purely positively motivated, just go out and love each other kind of a thing. And then you still have people
But
come and kill
again,
you for it.
it goes back to, though, it's about Adrian Peterson, so they get to do that.
Oh, I forgot about Grill the Host.
Oh, yeah.
stuff
Why don't we take
don't know how
another
much time
60?
we have.
Yeah. We
Come
got 10
back to
minutes.
Grill the
Perfect.
House.
Yeah, we'll take a 60. We're back and wrap it up. Folks who've listened to the show, they know that I lived in the Uptown area here, right down Pleasant Avenue, as a matter of fact, and on the corner of Pleasant Lake is where Uptown Pawn is. And I have been here numerous times, had numerous business dealings with them. It's just a nice place with good, honest people. Bob Jacobson, the owner, you run the place. You've always been good to me.
Thanks, Jeff. We try. That's part of our business. We're here to help people, and so everybody walks in the door. We hope we can help.
Well, what I've always appreciated is when people are nice to people who are the low man on the totem pole. Like when I was a bat boy, I like the star guys who are nice to the bat boy.
Right.
And I mean, I came in here and you guys didn't know who I was. You didn't know I had a radio show, and you treated me great. I mean, just a guy up the street.
Listen, that's the idea with I think a smaller family type business. Somebody walks in the door. We don't want to let them see everybody gets treated the same way, and we hope that's the case. And we don't want to see them leave without. We try our very best.
It's really easy. It's easy. It's low pressure. Good, honest people. Right on the corner of Lake Street and Pleasant Avenue. You guys got to check out Uptown Pawn. All right, we got about 10 minutes left in what I believe is episode 29.
28.
28, whatever.
Get it right.
But you know what's cool though? That last week we got to the point where we have we're averaging over 1,000 an episode, and that's a milestone that we have eclipsed and will not look back. I'm very pleased with that. So thanks to everybody who's listened and supported. Tomorrow it's a Wild Wednesday. We'll be at Burger Mo's. Of course, all of these are available at iTunes and iHeartRadio.
Hey, real quick too, the Pubecast, as you like to call it.
Yes.
The Pubcast is now on iTunes.
Thanks.
So if anybody wants to find that, you can
That's
find
awesome.
us on
That's
iTunes.
awesome.
So.
And there's a couple of things to promote real quickly too. I got to open my email here because my good friend Sean Hageland over at Fan HQ is number one. They hooked us up with the whole Thomas Vanek thing, which was very cool. We had a lot of fun over there. But they got some charity functions going on, including a Justin Morneau coat drive that I should have had the email prepared here so I could tell you all about it. But we're doing it on the fly, kind of like how we called Jim Suhan over here on the fly.
You're doing a good job of ad-libbing until you get to the point. You're doing fine.
I've actually found it. I've Justin Morneau coat drive. It's coming up. Coats collected. Jesus, I gotta get this. He didn't write this.
You need copy points.
Yeah, he didn't write this out like a commercial. But it's the Justin Morneau coat drive. Coats will be collected.
A dick, right? No.
Coats collected and distributed by the Salvation Army. Would you shut up? This is hard enough. Oh God. All right, the Justin Morneau coat drive. They are going to be collecting coats distributed by the Salvation Army Harbor Light Center in Minneapolis. Anyone who donates receives a Justin Morneau personally autographed photo, or if they donate 3 or more coats, they can receive a ticket to meet Justin in person at Fan HQ November 29th. So this is a legitimate autograph. It's not like a rubber stamp or anything. You donate a coat, you get a legitimately autographed, a personally autographed picture of Justin Morneau. You donate 3 or more, and you will be given a ticket to meet Justin Morneau at a reception, autograph party, whatever, at Fan HQ November 29th at Ridgedale Mall. So a great cause. Justin Morneau is still doing good in the community, even though we shipped him the hell out of here.
No, and he's a good enough guy. I'm not surprised by that at all, that he would come back and do that.
And he's Canadian, so he knows the importance of a coat. I mean, that's very true. But anyway,
the next one's for goalie pads.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm starting to lose my voice. I drank too much Diet Coke today, so it's a good thing we're almost done.
Grill the Host is going to be tough.
Grill the Host.
But I guess long-winded questions.
Long-winded
questions.
Love it. Am I on?
Yeah,
Grill the Host?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
got 6 minutes. Go ahead.
We don't need that long. The last time I did this, I failed miserably. Remember that?
You put me in some bad spots.
No, but they were bad questions. And this first one's going to be a little off color, but it'll be okay. You'll get through it, I think. And then the other two, I think I'm proud of.
Okay, let's hear
it. Thank you. The Widowmaker's the best beer ever, by the way.
It is great. It is great. And Sam's a fantastic waitress.
Yes. Lowercase d.
Yes.
Your favorite sexual lubricant.
Jesus Christ. Listen to this. I refuse to answer that question. I refuse.
It's a fucking benign question. You got KY, you got fucking.
I was gonna say, what are the options? KY
Astrofly,
and what?
You got spit. I mean, whatever. What's your favorite?
I'm not.
You're not going to answer that question.
I'm not going to answer that question. I've always said.
I wouldn't say how many chicks you slept with.
The questions have to be tasteful.
KY or.
You can't count to 4. All right, so the next.
Wow.
We'll just. All right, just say KY.
Okay, whatever.
Just say KY.
Okay, KY. Whatever.
Jeff Dubay loves KY. I'm going to tweet that.
Nice.
All right, so the next question. Favorite city in the world?
Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Well, I'm sorry, and why? Because that's a lame
it's the
fucking
worst,
answer.
It's the worst city ever.
Yes. Although I spent that's a
my favorite city that I've been to. I guess I can't have a favorite city that
yeah,
I've been
you know
to.
what? That's a good caveat. The favorite city in the world that you visited.
Should be that you've been to.
New York City. New York City.
Why?
It's just there's always something going on, and it's people I think have a lot of misconceptions about New York. I mean, there's certain spots you stay out of at certain times, but I mean, my uncle lives in Manhattan. He lives downtown in an area called
Really?
he lives
Nice.
in Tribeca.
Okay,
So as a matter of fact, he's about roughly a dozen blocks from Ground Zero, and on September 11th, I had him on from his rooftop live on the air with us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You spent several days in New York.
I've visited a number of times.
Okay.
And when you go there and you're with a New Yorker, I mean, we're out walking the streets at 2 a.m. You know, we're stopping, and the restaurants are open. I mean, people have dinner reservations at midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well, the bars are until 4,
yeah,
right?
it's a different ballgame. I mean, people are like pulling up to restaurants at midnight for their dinner reservation, and you just walk down the street and you buy a slice of pizza out of a window.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
it's almost like a urban state fair that just never shuts down. It's a lot of fun.
Don't you think
Very
this bar, by the way, is New York style? Don't you
Yes.
think it's got a New York feel?
Yes, it does.
When you sit up at the bar, especially, but anywhere in the
It
bar.
does.
We're in the way back by the fucking
Yeah,
Ron
we're
Burgundy
in the
books.
Wayback Machine,
But
Mr. Peabody.
The way back, but up there, dude. We were in there Sunday. Remember how much I was raving about it?
Oh, yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, no, you love this place, and I do too.
Yeah.
Devil's Advocate, by the way.
The Natty Burger is fucking the bomb. By
we
the
love
way.
these
The
people.
Natty Burger is the
Dude,
bomb.
I had a breakfast burrito on Sunday. I mean, tender steak. It was unbelievable.
That sounds
He ate it in under 30
It
seconds.
was
By
so
the
good.
way,
I didn't chew it. I don't chew. But
it was
but yeah,
it was
it's a great
disgusting.
place.
But
Great
it was,
food.
Okay, so New York City, good one. Okay, lubricant KY. Your biggest fear in life, Jeff? That's deep, I know, but
Wow.
That's a different one from
That
Grill
is
the Host.
that is a tough one. I was trying to biggest fear in life. Wow. I don't know. Wow. I don't know. I mean, well.
Not being listened to? Would that be a fear?
Well-
Nobody had downloaded any more shows?
running out of KY? No.
Well, yeah, because you start to chafe. You do chafe.
Yeah.
Chafing is a problem.
Yeah.
Notice the road I took that one down.
LobsterTube.com shutting down?
Well, I've never heard of Lobster Tube. What's Lobster Tube?
Oh, you got to check out Lobster
That's
Tube.
yours? Okay.
Sorry, if the show ends, it's because I'm on Lobster too.
Yeah.
I've never been to Lobster.
Yeah. You'll want some KY. Anyway, sorry.
No, I go to PornMD. You can just type in whatever you want. It's like like WebMD. Like say I got a sore knee and they figure out what's wrong with you. You go to PornMD and just say trannies group sex or something.
That's what you do. That's what I saw on your
first
fucking.
word that comes out is trannies.
So you
That's
wait.
the first search.
That was a joke. I meant that as a joke.
Jeff
But anyway.
Dubay loves trannies. That's a tweet.
That's very funny.
Anyway,
I was
biggest
trying to be
fear-
funny.
Biggest
KY.
fear in life. Come on, you
Trannies
had
and KY.
time to think about it. Give us something. I know. I know it's a question that would have been nice to have some time to think about.
Dying alone.
Well, we all die alone.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna have kids, so who's gonna be there when I die? Nobody.
You're not gonna procreate. Thankfully,
Well,
but I mean, you're not.
I'm fucking 80 years old. I'm
Yeah,
like Tony
yeah.
Randall.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So dying alone.
Yeah.
Being alone when
yeah,
you die.
yeah, sitting in a room by myself, just dying.
Just in like a home or in your own place?
What
or
does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
It'll be alone.
Like no family's gonna be there to
no,
say,
hell no.
see you on the other side kind
Nope.
of thing. Yeah.
Nope. Well, maybe my deceased grandparents. I'm hoping they maybe make an appearance, but yeah, no, dying alone, absolutely.
And how long do you plan to live till?
I don't know that I'll see 60. Well, I mean, come on, I've done some damage. Well, I don't want to get into family history, but my mom's side is riddled with cancer. My dad's side has heart conditions that plague men.
So I'm
I'm going to get it coming from every direction.
You're going to be on this fucking microphone at 90. We
oh,
know
hell
it.
no. Oh, I'm not Sid. I'm going to.
Well, okay, you'll be on it at 80.
I don't know.
Between 80 and 90.
My
who knows?
maternal grandparents did not. One was 56, one was 61.
Still,
riddled with cancer.
Still
Does that-
80,
riddled
doing
with
this,
cancer.
jumping up and around,
Yeah,
shaking,
correct.
sweating.
Well, yeah.
It's still
If
the
they
best.
stop making
Yeah.
Diet Coke, I'm guessing you're dead by 50.
Well,
but let me ask you
possibly.
this.
I'm already 46.
Does
Jesus
that-
Christ. All right, continue.
You're not getting much.
I forgot where I was going to go with that.
I don't know, but I'm not. I'll make it to 50. I don't know if I'll make it to 60. If I was going to take the over/under, I'd say 65.
Oh, does that affect your life? If you honestly believe you're not going to make it to 60, does that affect your day-to-day life?
Well, I don't put as much in retirement. I mean,
You don't save as much.
I enjoy it while I can.
Big life insurance
enjoy it while I
policy?
can. Well, yeah, enjoy it while I can. You know? I mean, that's the thing. I don't have a retirement plan, so I can't live too long. I mean, seriously. I mean, the 401k here is just not.
You need $2.2 million to retire at 65 comfortably. That was what I was. And I read that like 8 years ago.
Well, see, that's why I'm going to be dead by 65. 65 is my over/under.
So the $200 I have in my account, that's a good start or not? No, probably not.
It's time to get going. It's time to double time.
Right.
Well, thanks to Jim Suhan. Thanks to The Last Ride. Thanks to Devil's Advocate, Jason McGovern. Roger Goodell. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks to Jason Linse and personalityandfitness.com. Personalityandfitness.com. And Roger Goodell can absolutely fucking suck it.
Word.